Okay, welcome in. I always vocal pause there. Match day 10. This is the second half of the Niners semifinals. We just got done watching. Here's the bracket. We go and Adam, where Adam's Saints made a overtime victory to Wego's Bears because the Bears were too scared to go for it late in the game in regulation. So yeah, actions have consequences, I guess. But we're back again. This is now going to be the other half of the Niners semifinals. So we've got Jacob and Preston, Texans and Rams. So let's take a look at those. Over on Preston's side, we've got Sam Darnold at quarterback, Jonathan Taylor at running back. Trio of wide receivers is Jackson Smith and Jigba, AJ Brown, and Brandon Ayuk. I guess Brandon Ayuk's Madden overall has been preserved well enough to make him still be a starter, even though I don't think he played a single snap last year. And at tight end, Juwan Johnson. Over on Jacob's side, the Texans, we've got Josh Allen, we've got Bijan Robinson. I think that he plays all of it. There might be a little bit of Travion Henderson, maybe on like kick returns. Javonte might be the power back. I'm not sure. But wide receivers, we got Tetsuroa McMillan, Lad McConkey, and Romeo Dobbs. I hope they have the, I don't remember if they did from last game, but I think they have the Guardian cap on him. That'll be fun. Tight end, Sam Laporta. So, those are our teams. Let's do the thing. Pull those down. Get the settings set. Oh, they're going to random now all the time. Great. They're doing my job for me. All right. Good luck to our competitors. See y'all on the other side.
Football in the Lone Star State, here at NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Texans.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to do throwbacks for the semis, but the Texans are an old enough franchise to really have throwbacks. The Rams look old, though. That's looking good. All right, good luck.
Jason Myers.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson, and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from NRG Stadium. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
To the outside, complete to Johnson. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And a good job rallying to the football, holding it just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
20-yard pickup there. First down, L.A.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, Sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He runs with it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They go right back to Taylor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. First down, L.A.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He keeps it himself, and he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
He tried to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, L.A. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. On first down, right back to Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 44. Jared Verse there to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one taken in. That's Teteroa McMillan. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third and a couple, here's Allen. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. It's good for a Texans first down.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
It is brought in the end zone. Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Texans.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll put HOU in motion. He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chain.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Rams.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Rams first down.
First down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
And in motion is Brown. To throw on first down is Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Rams first down. First and goal.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. More from Houston coming up in a moment. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they go to work on first and goal. Darnold now to throw. The connection made to HOU. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Daniil Hunter gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on third and goal, following that second down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. And in motion is Brown. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Rams will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Chindike. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and receiver Teteroa McMillan set to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Gun, here's Allen. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. Into space. He may go. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Texans are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Rams 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing, Darnold. This is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Texans are out to a 21-10 lead.
21. Rams 10. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Rams offense, running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Darnold. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Man in motion, heading left. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still first down.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's Henry Toto on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third down, they need 5. To throw is Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, L.A.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Set to go now on first and 10. Darnold to throw. That's complete. It's JSN. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On play action, here's Darnold. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. That's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. And
And remember, he threw that pick 6 on the previous drive, so don't think that's still not in the back of his head. He's certainly not going to risk giving the ball away again, and good decision there to just throw it away.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be from 56 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this stays a 2-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Texans offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Allen. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points. Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. McConkey in motion. Allen goes with a pop pass.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Myers' hit is good. And the Texans are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense and running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the 1st half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught! And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 2-yard line.
Taylor trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short.
The goal line.
Down at the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston. In a moment, another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams back within 7. It's 24-17.
17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jim Radike now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. He's closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. We haven't hit halftime yet. A definite storyline to follow closely. Maybe adds to it here as they embark on this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Room to run at the 40. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And Allen, a guy who usually gives as much punishment as he gets, slides down here, but he's got the first down.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big game.
Tenero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On second down, here's Allen. This one finds McConkey. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Rams 17.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spreading around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. Caught. This is HOU. Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
At the 50-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Darnold to the air once more. Ball in once again, it's HOU. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Rams first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Texans offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg. He'll find Shakir open right side. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Allen now on second down. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
17 yards.
They pick up 17 through the air. First down for Houston.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. It's Allen. Over the middle, he locates McMillan. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. To be brought down inside the 25. Cameron Girl up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in by McMillan. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Kittle. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision, doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
1st down. A gain of 14.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Over the middle to HOU, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
They hook up again, 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
at the 25-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On the give, this is Taylor. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Darnold now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. That one caught. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Rams. Touchdown.
Yeah, this is not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He gets it to go, and the Rams are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Texans 34, Rams 24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. From the gun, Josh Allen. To the middle of the field. Caught by Shakir. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get about 5.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Here's Allen. Looking middle, he'll get it complete to McConkey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. First down for Houston.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route then, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Texans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He's got it. And the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Texans 41, Rams 24.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. The return, here comes Corum. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Darnold sacked. A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do following the sack It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Darnold. Moving left. He'll try and get there on the ground. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Now a short one run by the tight end, Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First down, Los Angeles.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And the Rams first down.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They're trying to hit him with a screen. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one working up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense. And Josh Allen headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Now Allen on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 1. They run over center with Robinson. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, here is Allen. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now it's Allen. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. That is hauled in at the 5. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On return, here comes Corum. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Rams offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Darnold to throw on 1st down. That's HOU with it on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To throw again is Darnold. He'll get this one out to his fullback. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. Darnold to throw again. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. That is caught at the 3. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal as they convert on 3rd down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception.
And he's in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, LA.
touchdown, Rams.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams are able to cut the deficit to 10.
44. Rams 34.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Texans offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And here's Bijan. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. Talk things over before third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Schultz, the motion man. On third down, it's Robinson. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here is 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. There's that man again, another catch.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now Darnold. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again. So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.
Congratulations, Jacob. I do feel like I said after that Jacob and Crayon matchup that those two teams looked a bit better than everyone else, so maybe that'll come true. So Jacob, you're on to the 9th place finals to face Adam. Preston dropping down to the 11th place match with Wego. And yeah, Jacob so far winning out. Crayon so far winning out. Let's see if that continues. But that'll be it for me today. I'll hop back on when I got time. We're 10 games in now, so we're at the halfway point. 10 more to go. All right, thanks for following along. All right, later.